Hey, how's it going, everybody? Black Cat Hobbies here. Jumping back in with Raid Shadow Legends as I said I would. We're beginning to wind down on day 3. Finally got some decent light, so I'm not having to try to filter a camera flashlight through a napkin again. I was originally thinking I would do a lot of these videos, beginning of when I started on each day. I might actually end up doing them at the tail end just so I can have some light from outside. My wife tends to work nights, so I do a lot of my grinding, recording, stuff like that at night, just while she's at work. A typical day would be something like get up, go drive for Uber for a bit, take her to work, do some work for the channel, stuff like that, pick her back up. Just trying to get stuff done. But, with that being said, winding down on day 3, and I've made a reasonable amount of progress, I would say. As you can see up here, we're looking at level 31. Reasonable for tail end of day 3. Check what we got in the market right here. We actually had... I have been spending the gems that you accumulate from playing the game and silver to unlock my options in the market, because when you first get your market open, you've only got, I think it's the first 3 rows. At most the first 4, but fairly sure it's the first 3. And over the last couple of days, every month, you have the opportunity to pick up 5 ancient shards from the market. They'll pop up one at a time, but again, you've only got 5 in a month that you can pick up. And while these spaces are locked out, you can't really get it unless you've opened them up. So that was an early priority, and I've had my first one drop from that. On top of that, we are going to have a small shard opening at the end of the video, but I wanted to go ahead and give everybody an update on the progress. With missions, we are slightly behind where I wanted to be, because I thought I might be able to actually complete part 1 by the end of today, and it still might happen. Like I said, it's winding down, but I'm not quite done yet. We're at reaching Bronze 3 in Classic Arena. It's doable, but I haven't been getting a lot of good matchups. I'm currently, if we take a look here, Bronze 2, 1,048 points. And we need 1,100 to move on. We'll go ahead and see what we're looking at here. No team that immediately stands out to me. Some of these might be doable, but I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch while I, go through a bit of an attrition fight trying to get more points. The one after that is Clear Campaign, Stage 12, Level 7, I guess is how you'd phrase it. On Normal, I'm actually completely done with that and restarted. I've actually started working on Hard, or not Hard, yeah, Hard. Sorry, I'm still sometimes used to games where you get like an easy, normal, medium, hard, so on and so forth. I keep forgetting that they took some of those difficulties out. But beating 12-7 the first time gives you a Void Shard. Completing all your stars down here at the bottom, which requires every stage in this level to be 3-starred, also gives you a Void Shard. We've got both of those. Clan Boss. I was able to get in the clan that my main account is on. With Easy, my characters were not this level at the time, or they may have been this level at the time. They're stronger now. I can almost one-key it, but again, my characters are stronger now. So when I log in later, or after reset, I will probably end up one-keying it on Easy. Start hitting up Normal, where I'm going to have to be aiming for 3,638,000 instead of a little over 1 million. But given that a lot of my damage comes from poison from Kale, that scales up as the boss goes. Faction Wars, haven't got a ton of stuff done on that, but it's an issue of lack of chance at the moment. Dungeons, Got a little bit done on Spirit Keep. We're through Stage 5. Arcane, Stage 5. Void hasn't really been touched, other than the first 3. And a lot of this stuff was just done for the sake of challenges and missions. Haven't really hit them too hard yet. Stage 5 for Force. 6 for Magic. Minotaur, I think we're through stage, 4. Just for missions that have popped up. I haven't hit it too hard. I'm thinking I might use these gems that I've been accruing. I want to unlock the gem mine, but I think I might get Kale his masteries first. Just because that'll be such a game changer. We'll get to my current champs here shortly. Ice Golem does require you to get through, I believe it's stage 3. In the first set of missions, I went ahead and got myself a little farther just to see if I could, and I wanted some better gear. Spider was required for things. That's why I'm through stage 4. Dragon, also required for things. But I wanted to push it ahead a little more, because accuracy, speed, lifesteal, all very good sets. Destroy may come in handy when we start into the Doom Tower. I haven't really decided what champs I'm using yet for that. Fire Knight, really haven't done much with that, but it's only been required once, I think. And that may have been for a challenge, not a mission. So, campaign, we're through normal. As you saw with missions, 74. And as soon as we hit that, 75 is done and we'll be on to part 2. Challenges. Arena 1-1, that's been done since day 1, but all you get when you claim it is an arena refill. You get a lot of those early on, and they only hang around for a day or 2. I didn't really want to collect it just to lose it. When I get this, I'll get the XP bonus. I'll take that, and then I'll grab it just so I can move on and grab the book. Dungeons just has 2-3 left. I can probably get that later. I was just low on energy. Artifacts, all the way to 6-8. Again, something I could probably get done here soon. Just, I was focusing on some other things since these, while useful, aren't entirely required for the world record I'm aiming for. So, it is what it is. I'll get them as I go. It just wasn't important right at the moment. Champions, we're actually already on section 4, and I just need to summon rares from those 3 affinities so I can move on and get my epic book. As far as the current champions that are getting used, we're looking at Kale was my starter. He's in lifesteal and attack gear. Level 50, 5-star. Working on some food so I can get him to 6-star. I want to get him 6 here soon. Though I have been debating whether or not I want to go ahead and just get him to 6-star, or maybe get the rest of my main team to 5-star and then up them. I'll probably make that decision tonight, depending on what I get up to. We've got War Maiden. Ignore the lack of clothing. Her kit is actually really good. I've got her on some speed and accuracy gear. She's here mainly for arena. You also do need her for a fusion, and I am aiming for those fusions pretty early if I can. But her Crumbling Blast ability, especially when you speed tune it correctly, decreases the defense of your opponents, assuming it lands. So it's really good in arena to drop their defense, then hit them with a nice AoE skill and just clear out a good portion of the enemy team before they can do anything. War Priest you get early on. She does give you some healing. It's not great, but it's something. Gives you a bit of utility. Been leveling Sister Militant because I want her for Spider's Den. She only has the A1 here, but her A1 does hit everybody. Very useful to keep the Spiderlings under control. Been using him on occasion. Crusader's alright. I do like Rally having the ally attack. It's definitely useful at times. He ends up in Clan Boss on occasion. We have obtained a Diabolist, and some of these others. A lot of this is fusion or has dropped because of clearing levels. They're sitting here because I don't really want to get rid of them. I may use them later, but they're probably not going to be in main teams. That being said, I am trying to get to first 5 6-star level 60 champs for the main content, but there's also a lot of PvP in the missions, which I need a team of 4 for. But we have what they're calling Tag Team Arena now, which requires 3 teams of 4 champs. So I am trying to get to 12 main champs pretty early. And, like, he can act as a tank, why I'm keeping them around for the moment. These guys, I'm not sure if they're going to be used as food. I do have the duplicate I need for fusion. Armiger is probably going to go into my spider team. He has some very unique skills. When we get into spider more, I'll go over that. Same with shield guard and a few others. But most of this stuff is either food or stuff for fusions. Speaking of, I actually probably should have been in, or stayed in this, in the vault, which originally only had 10 spots. I have increased my vault space by 20 using silver obtained through grinding the campaign. Same with the champion storage over here. You start out with 30. I've increased it to, I believe it was 50. Also, again, just using silver obtained from the campaign. I'm trying to save the gems because with not spending any money on this game, gems are accrued through your gem mine, some daily logins, achievements, and events. And they are nice, but again, I haven't decided if I'm going to open the gem mine first, which would give me a steady income of gems. It's a very useful thing if you plan to keep the game going long term. But it does take, I want to say it's about 3 months or so, maybe more, before it actually finishes repaying what you've had to invest to get it to its final form, because it costs 1,500 gems. Whereas for 800 that you accrue over time, you can get a full set of masteries unlocked for a champion, which can make a huge improvement. Or for 900, you can actually get 11 ancient shards, which gives you the chance of pulling the rarest champs in the game. It's like a 0.5% chance, but it is a chance. And about every 6 weeks or so, Plarium does run an event where your chances are doubled. It's actually a really good way to get higher rarity champs. But yeah, so in here is a lot of fusion related champs and a couple of things like this one here. Probably going to get used in my Fire Knight team because he's got a multi-hitter on his A1. That's a possibility for Doom Tower. Fusion. And Saurus here. Decent chance he'll end up being my campaign farmer. I just got to get him some better gear first. The gear that's on him at the moment was just for a challenge. I'll pull it off later if I have to. Haven't fully decided yet. It'll kind of depend on what else drops. Most of it will get upgraded down the road when I get better gear as it is. But yeah, it's mostly just been getting things done and planning towards attempting to do this in the most efficient way possible. The main fusions we're working on right now, and part of why we're collecting those champs in the background and we'll slowly level them up, is Broadmaw, which, as you can see, I have all but one of these champs I need to fuse these two. These can actually be gotten from the Tag Team Bazaar now, so I'm needing to get that unlocked here at level 35 as soon as possible and start farming their fragments. You can buy 10 of each a day. There's for about 150 of the currency used in the bazaar. We'll see how that works out. But the sooner he's done, we are given a champion that can revive your other characters on day 7. but it's widely agreed that that champion really needs a buff. And Broadmaw here, his revival skill revives 2 instead of 1. Scarhide here, slowly working on getting the champs for him. A lot of these can actually be farmed from the campaign, so I'll probably be spending a lot of time in the campaign getting these. That's why I still have him sitting in my vault, that sitting in my vault. He is a defensive champ, hits like a truck, and especially if you can get him early, can pretty much be an account changer. And until you start getting really good stuff, you're going to use him in most places, especially clan boss, dungeons. He brings a lot to your kit, bringing a defense down, a weaken, so that the boss or whatever happens to be affected by it will take more damage. I believe it's a 25% damage increase, I guess you could say, on how much extra damage he'll be taking. On top of, he has an ability that can reduce turn meter. Always good if you can control the boss's turn meter so they do less. Relic Keeper here. Been slowly working on him. You're actually to clear stage 2, or not stage 2, but section 2 of the missions. You have to fuse Justicar, however it's pronounced, here. And even if you obtain him from a shard, you have to fuse them to progress. And then to get through the third set of missions, you have to actually fuse Relic Keepers. So I figured might as well get him out of the way early. It does seem to be retroactive. Why wait till then and hit a roadblock if I can get it out of the way early? With fragments, as mentioned, we do have Huntress and Bloodhorn that are used for Broadmaw. And then also through Tag Team, we can get Direct Star. Someone I'm looking forward to get. He's really good in Spider. Applies HP burn to everyone. When we work on Spider, that's a pretty valid strategy. I'll explain HP burn more there for anyone who's not familiar with it. And then a lot of this stuff is either old or from Doom Tower, which doesn't even unlock for the account until it's either 40 or 45. 40. That should help the progress a bit. We got the Forge unlocked, so we can start having a little more control over the artifacts that we are getting on a daily basis. But you've probably all had enough of me rambling. That's a brief overview of where the account's at. Again, we're just winding down on day 3, and if I'd had a little better luck in the arena, I'd probably be through the first set of missions. And, well, we'll see what happens. I did, unfortunately, waste some energy. That was my own stupidity. I kept trying to 3-star the final boss of stage 12. Kale could do it on his own. You have to have 2 or less champions to get the 3 stars. I didn't think Kale could do it on his own, so I kept trying him with a spare champ. And that spare champ kept getting beat. And I was just like, you know what, let's give this a try, and did it on his own. But this is the part y'all probably being interested in. It's the part, it's pretty much why we play these kind of games. 2 times chance. If you look up here, it'll explain it. Voids, 83 chance or percent chance of a rare. Normally, epics is an 8% chance. We're up to 16 now. Legendaries is normally 0.5. We have a 1% chance of a legendary. Voids are not the easiest to get a hold of, even though, yeah, I have 2 and it's day 3. That is not normal. That is mostly just trying to do everything as efficiently as possible. And I'm probably going to be not getting voids that often after this. I'm just thankful that I'm not making the mistake I've made on my main account where I'd get a void shard and immediately spend it. Made sure that I'm doing this on a 2 times chances. Otherwise, yeah, 8 and 0.5, just, that's rough. These could either be at day 3 of the account, a complete whiff, or in just about every rarity could bring complete game changers. So let's see what we got with only 2 chances. Number 1, here we go. And we get some blue. Seducer. Useful, But you really, if you want proper use for him, you need to pair him with his partner Champ. I don't have that yet. I'm not sure it's going to be worth it. That one is a bit of a whiff. But let's give it another go. We still have the one. And if I don't do these now, it's going to be another 6 weeks before I have a good reason to do it. Here we go. Come on. Big money. Another blue. Just my luck this week. Skirmisher. That's an iffy one. I'll get back to you probably tail into day 5, I'm guessing. Might be tail into day 4, but definitely tail into day 5. Team may be updated a little bit. I'll let you know if I decide to use either one of these. I mean, if I pull the partner champ on Seducer, it might be worth it. I got to review his kit again. And we'll go over him more in that video, but I'll be able to update you then. Was definitely hoping for a better pull than this. Next weekend, I hear, is a times 10 chance. Probably for the new champs that just got released this weekend. We'll see if they're doing any other bonuses. I might pull my Ancients there. I mean, I do have 5 of them. I may hold off until we get a 2 times event to have better chances of getting the Legos. We'll see what happens. That being said, I apparently have some thinking I need to do to figure out what's going to be most efficient for this. I've been Black Cat Hobbies. Hopefully you'll stick with me on this journey. Again, we are aiming for that world record. It's not going to be easy. I've heard the guy who did it got a Warlord pretty early on, and Warlord is pretty awesome. So we'll see what happens. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Maybe join me in game. I'm sure my wife and I would be happy to assist in any way we can. I have been Black Cat Hobbies, and I'll see you all in the next one.